WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All righty, welcome in everybody. The second day of the week. It is Tuesday, February 10th. We are here just slowly making our way through the week, you guys. Just a few more days left until one of the best days of the week, almost Friday. But for now, we're here on 2 News Now. I'm your host, Alexis Bellamy. Across from me is 2 News traffic anchor, Lee Jeffries. Lee, good morning.
Good morning. I thought you were going to say Valentine's Day, but you were like Friday.
No, Friday.
I'm with you.
I mean, should we be excited for Valentine's Day? If you are celebrating Valentine's Day, we are excited for you.
Yes.
And we are looking forward to it for you. But until we get there, let's stay here and kick things off with a look at our top 5 stories of the day. And we're going to start things out with some breaking news that we were covering earlier this morning. So 2 News was on the scene of a very large police presence in a Dayton neighborhood for several hours. Police were sent out around 2 o'clock this morning to Queens Avenue in Dayton's Greenwich Village neighborhood. So when 2 News arrived on the scene, we could see the areas were taped off, different roads were blocked, along with the sheriff's office. Some K-9 units were there, and detectives were also there. We also saw an ambulance drive away from the scene, even though it's unclear right now if anybody was actually being transported. We're working to learn that out. We have received a 911 call that actually got police out there to create this scene to respond to. And in that call, you can hear the caller claiming to have shot their girlfriend. So we are working to get more information about what happened from investigators. But for now, this is the developing story. A lot of moving pieces here. We'll see what happens, Lee.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have the latest in the Springfield bomb threat and evacuation. So this morning, Springfield police and Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers were checking Springfield school and city buildings after the bomb threats caused multiple shutdowns in the city. Around 7:45 on Monday morning, multiple emails were sent to public safety buildings, municipal courts, and Springfield city schools. And authorities say duffel bags were found at 2 locations, but the Dayton bomb squad was called in and they didn't find any threats and any credible threats, and all Springfield city school buildings were swept by law enforcement on Monday after the initial threat, and no further suspicious items were found. So we'll continue with that one as well.
We are, and we are going to continue with it in just a few minutes because this morning, 2 News reporter Evan Bales is picking up this coverage right where we left off yesterday, following up on those developments, and he'll have more for us in just a few minutes on what's happening now. So new this morning, the man accused of driving away with a Dayton police officer during a traffic stop is now facing formal charges, you guys. On January 29th, Dayton police stopped 46-year-old Gary Pullen at 3rd and Kiwi Streets for illegal window tints. Now, Pullen faces half a dozen felony charges, including abduction, failure to comply, and weapons charges. Now, during this traffic stop, the officer tried getting Pullen out of his truck, but he actually ended up driving away with the officer inside. That's the scene that you can see here and getting ready to unfold in just a few moments. So they eventually crashed at 3rd and Beckel Streets. That's where this all came to an end. And now Pullen is set for an arraignment later this week on Thursday. You can see the crash playing out right on your screens. Just a very scary situation. So we'll see how those charges come to fruition.
Yeah, watching that video, I mean, scary.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Trump administration is attempting to appeal a federal judge's ruling that paused an end to temporary protected status for Haitian migrants. New federal court filings from the Department of Homeland Security claim that the department was not aware of specific plans to mobilize ICE agents to those areas heavily populated with Haitian TPS holders in anticipation of protective status being revoked. The response comes as the federal judge overseeing the pause requested specific intentions from DHS concerning Haitian TPS holders, and the filing also shares that ICE operations are targeted to those removable from the country, and they did not enforce the end of Haitian TPS because of the ruling blocking its end. However, if TPS did expire, immigration enforcement action would have began. Governor DeWine says the Department of Homeland Security said it will notify his office if it sends a, quote, surge of ICE officers back into Clark County.
Finally, and listen to this. This is something you guys are going to want to check into. People who live in Dayton are getting an opportunity to apply for money that could end up helping them with their homes. $2.6 million is being allocated into a new program that started out earlier this year. The program is structured to help families or residents between 20 to 30 homes in the Dayton neighborhoods of Madden Hills, Dayton View Triangle, Fairview, and Wolf Creek. Neighbors say that this amount of money could really make a huge impact in the way they're living, their lifestyles, and really fix up their homes. So Dayton Mayor Shanice Turner-Sloss that says that home repair revolving loan program has actually been in the works for some time, and they're happy to finally see it come to fruition. So we'll have more information on how you can apply online at WDTN.com. So for now, 11:05, we're going to turn to a look at weather this morning. And surprisingly, shockingly, I guess maybe all the complaining has caught up to me because it was not wild. It was not dreadful out there this morning. And that's been my throwaway word. It wasn't dreadful. It wasn't, even yesterday wasn't too bad. I'd say mild almost, Cameron, can I use?
It feels like summer outside right now.
Yeah, for us here.
We had those temperatures well below zero for about a week overnight. And now we're finally starting to warm up. We're seeing that melting process continue here as we go into the work week. You can see the snow pile there is continuing to shrink as we've gone through the past 2 weeks. It has been since about January 24th, 25th since that snow moved on in, and it's been on the ground since. But temperatures right now are right around where we're supposed to be, actually above normal, 43 degrees currently in downtown Dayton. A bit breezy, though, as we go through the daytime. We'll have some clouds returning, though, as we get into the afternoon hours. Right now, lots of sunshine here in the Miami Valley, though, so that's some good news here. And you do want the shades as you head out the door. Right now, you can see outside it is sunny and temperatures around the Miami Valley in the mid-40s, too. 46 in Springfield, 44 in Wright-Patterson at the Air Force Base. Richmond at 36 and 43 in Dayton. As we look at those temperatures around the area, again, it's right around the 40-degree mark. But as we look at those winds, they are going to be right around 15 or so miles per hour. We'll have wind gusts right now at 31 miles per hour in Dayton. But we are tracking temperatures that are going to get close to 50 as we go through the next 7 days. So that is something to look forward to. And I'll let you know when coming up on the complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
Cameron, you said we're getting close to 50. I just started a real slow clap there. Like, if this is where we are aiming to get to, that is great. I never thought I'd be like, yes, it's almost 40 degrees out there, you guys.
Yeah, we're still in February, though, so we'll still have probably some cold days as well.
No. All right. Well, I guess looking forward to it. If there's a potential warm-up on the way, I guess we can look forward to it, Cameron. Thank you. Okay, that brings us to a look at our React to That question for this morning. I asked it earlier. Lee, I can't believe you said that you did not have one, but I'll give you some time. My question for this morning, if you could time travel, which period would you like to go to? Where would you go here? This looks like Greece here. No, close to it. But Lee, go ahead. Give it to me.
I think I'm just going to have to say the 90s. Is that a basic answer just because of the music,
That's okay. But with that being said, would you wanted to go and like be an adult in the 90s? And that is different from being
maybe like a teenager, young adult, I would say, in the 90s.
Okay. And a majority of us here were not adults in the 90s. So I guess, and that was Caleb's answer this morning too. So going back, and I said I'd put him in a Bill Cosby sweater or like, something like that. So that's a good one. Mine is I'd like to go back to the Harlem Renaissance.
Okay.
I would love to see that. I can only imagine what a time it was like. I know we say this all the time, but what a time to be alive during the Harlem Renaissance in New York. That would have just been beautiful. And I just would have loved to see the beginning of that because it influenced so much today. Like, and I just feel like it would have been really pretty to see.
Like culturally rich.
Exactly,
I like that answer.
Exactly. So that's what I want to see. But you guys scan the QR code, get in on the conversation. Let me know where in time you guys would like to travel to, if you could. So with that being said, we're going to switch gears just a bit and circle back to our second top story of this morning. We are going to talk about that follow-up. We're going to follow up to that evacuation in Springfield yesterday. 2 News reporter Evan Bales was there yesterday, broke the story for us, and guess what? He's back out there again today trying to learn what's new after this evacuation. We were informed that there were several bomb threats made yesterday. They were actually deemed baseless, and officials are still investigating, but they're actually saying there's no threat to the community at this time. And when Evan gets up here, he'll tell us exactly what he's looking out for today, pushing this story forward. Excuse me. As far as yesterday goes, we do know that that story or those bomb threats were deemed baseless. And we actually found out that the Clark County Sheriff's Office says in an initial investigation indicated that the threats were hoaxes from overseas. So that is, and he says that even though it came from overseas, it's still something really important that we need to keep our eyes on here at home. So we're going to work to get Evan up in it just a little bit. He's a little bit out of the building, so we're just dealing with some technical difficulties for a little bit. He's going to be working on this for us today at first at 4. He'll have more at 5 and 6, and then today at 10 and 11. I know when he was out there yesterday, he was talking a lot about how the energy and the atmosphere was really similar to a couple of years ago. It was before my time and yours, Lee. Some of the protests, some of the energy, the atmosphere, the city when there was a lot of energy surrounding the Haitians.
What can I do here?
Okay, it looks like we're trying to get Evan up right now. At least we have his audio. Evan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, we're working on it, getting you up right now, but I just gave a little bit of your story away. We know you're in Springfield. What are you working on today? What, if anything, do you know you can tell us you're working on today?
So kind of going back to what you were saying, this does feel all too similar to the rash of bomb threats that Springfield received back in 2024. And my goal today is to figure out just honestly what kind of toll these threats take on the community. I plan on hopefully speaking with officials with the Springfield City School District, as well as people, in Springfield City Hall, and really talk to them about what kind of impact these bomb threats have on the city as a whole. Like with Springfield City Schools, oftentimes, they'll close down the entire district when things happen like that, and that has a toll on, the atmosphere and really just the mental health of students, teachers, faculty, all those folks as well. So today is really all about just kind of nailing down the impact that those incidents have on a community.
Yeah, Evan, I was going to ask, what are the procedures that the schools are doing right now? Are they shut down at the moment? Are they going to continue that? What's that looking like?
So right now, thankfully there have been no bomb threats today. So right now, Springfield City Schools are completely in session. As far as from what we heard, Springfield PD as well as Ohio State troopers swept some of those buildings earlier in the day, clearing those, making sure that there were no potential threats. So as far as we know, that all the schools are safe.
Evan, thank you so much for coming on and breaking that down for us. We know you've got a lot to figure out and work on for today, so we'll let you go and look for more from you in just a little bit at 4 o'clock.
Thank you.
Well, according to our sister station in Columbus, more than 30 schools and government facilities also received bomb threats on Monday. These happened alongside the threats in Springfield. Columbus police said none of the threats were credible. Just like here, the FBI is also involved in this investigation, and law enforcement officials say they are reviewing reports and working to determine the origin of these threats.
And happening a little closer to home, the man accused of causing a wrong-way crash in Moraine, he has now been indicted. 34-year-old Joshua Mowry. He's facing multiple charges, including involuntary manslaughter and aggravated vehicular homicide. So that accident, it happened late last month. You may remember when we brought it to you. That's him there on your screen. Police say Mowry sped off from a traffic stop on Springboro Pike. He then turned the wrong way onto Kettering Boulevard and crashed head-on into another car. 60-year-old Richard Kraft died. Police say Mowry ran from the crash, but was later arrested. All right, your time right now is 11:13. When we get back, a longer look at weather and a must-see event that is coming up later this week, honoring the men right here in Dayton during Black History Month. Don't go away.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everybody. We are dealing with what everybody wants to know, which is how it feels outside, how long it's going to feel that way, and what else is on the way. And before we came back, Cameron actually just randomly shared a really interesting piece of information, which could be, if we were experiencing it, I'd be like, why would you share that with us? But what sad piece of news did you share with us, Cameron?
Well, looking at the almanac from yesterday, the low record was 21 below zero. So the good news, we're not seeing that here as we go through the daytime. Actually seeing temperatures above normal. That's something we haven't seen in quite a while here as well. And we're going to see those temperatures continue for the most part here as we go through the next week, right around or above that normal mark. But here as we go, at least through the next couple of days, it's going to be on the cooler side on your Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday. But temperatures yesterday up to freezing in Dayton. That's still well below zero, or well below what we're used to this time of year. But today we're going to get above that as we see outside. It's a little bit breezy. That's going to continue as we go through the afternoon hours. And you can see outside it's very sunny right now. That'll be changing later in the daytime, but at least you can enjoy it at the moment. Temperatures right now in the mid-40s, 43 Dayton, 46 in Eaton, 45 Springboro, 44 in Fairborn, and 45 in Urbana. Going through the day today, we add those clouds in the afternoon, becoming partly to mostly cloudy skies as we get to about 3, 4 p.m. We'll see those temperatures up to 45 degrees, though, so a great day to get outside here and enjoy some of the warmer temperatures. You're probably going to deal with some snow melt as well, so wet roadways, wet pavement here as we go through the daytime. We'll have increasing clouds this afternoon, warmer today, then temperatures turn chilly for the next couple of days before we warm back up, and those highs go back up in the weekend. Next 10 days, temperatures are going to be on the rise here as we go through the second half of the week. After today is a warm one, we're going to cool down on Wednesday and then warm back up as we head into the weekend. Friday, 38, Saturday, 43, 44 on Sunday. And as you can see on satellite radar, no clouds at the moment. We're seeing lots of sunshine. That rain and snow staying up to the north. Could see a spotty sprinkle here today, but for the most part, going to be a dry day. That cold front all the way up to the northwest. That's going to sweep through. We're going to see some cooler temperatures for the next couple of days, and then we are warming back up. So here as we go through the daytime, you're going to see those clouds pick up going through the afternoon. Could see a spotty sprinkle, but for the most part, again, staying dry here as we go through the daytime, and for the most part overnight as well. Lots of cloud cover continues into your Wednesday, and as we go through the daytime, we should be staying dry. We'll see some clearing as we get into the nighttime, but it's going to be a pretty cloudy day on your Wednesday. 45 degrees for the high here today. Clouds in the afternoon. Breezy, not as cold as what we've seen over the past 2 weeks. 26 here for the nighttime low. Breezy and cold. 35 tomorrow, a lot cooler. And through the next 7 days, the good news is we get up into the upper 40s going into next week. 46 by Monday.
Okay, and all I heard was that we are warming up, and I think I said it to Jamie earlier this week. I was like, oh, look, at least the Valentine's Day heart isn't getting rained on or snowed on or
That could
anything.
change this Sunday. We could see some rain there, but at least we're not going to get it on at least Valentine's Day.
Good for them. All right, for all those who celebrate. Thanks, Cameron. Okay, we are moving right along now. A bit of continuing coverage for you, if you will. Earlier in the month, we addressed the passing of actress Catherine O'Hara. Well, now we know the cause of death. According to her LA County death certificate, she passed away from a pulmonary embolism, which occurs when a blood clot blocks an artery in the lungs. Rectal cancer was also listed as a long-term cause of death for the actress. O'Hara's oncologist said he had been treating her since last March for the cancer. She died on January 30th at 71 years old, and we all know her for different things. I look at her and think of I don't know if I look at her and think Schitt's Creek or Home Alone. Home Alone first is what I see first.
Yeah,
is
Home
her
Alone.
in that face, making the Kevin face. So prayers still going up to her family. She was
Definitely.
beautiful.
And then in some better news, a canine with close to a decade of military experience was honored in a retirement ceremony at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. This is Flex right here. He's an 8-year-old German Shepherd. Flex is trained in detection, where he would perform daily sweeps at the base, racking up 3,000 hours of searches. And while his job is serious and very important, Flex is still just a normal dog at the end of the day.
Cute
That's
pupper.
sweet.
All right, we are turning our eyes to later this week, in fact. So we are in full swing. Black History Month is going strong, and we are looking at ways to identify, highlight, honor Black men right here at home in the Miami Valley. So this morning, we are going to be hearing from Mr. Ricky Robinson. He's with Parity Incorporated, and he's also on the chair of for the 32nd annual Top 10 African American Male Luncheon. Mr. Robinson, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. So we want to know a little bit about Thursday's event, actually. I think our own 2 News anchor, Caleb Michael, will be present with you guys. So
great.
we are also really looking forward to it.
Great. So the the program outlines top 10 African American males throughout the Montgomery County. The event is take place every year. The nominees are selected sometime in late November, December timeframe. they get their notification. They're recognized at the luncheon. So there's several different organizations as well as government officials, that folks that recognize them from even at the governor's level, at the congressional level. So it's a major event, and we look really forward to each and every year to recognize these outstanding individuals that does great things for the Miami Valley.
And why do you think it's important for the community to kind of come together just to honor these exceptional men?
Well, one thing that I really appreciated is the fact that you have a lot of young people that participate, so they have an opportunity to see some growth in people that look like them, that basically help them to understand that there's a lot of things that you can do, that you can achieve your goals. This year we're recognizing a newly elected Dayton City Commissioner, Darius Beckham, and then we're also recognizing an individual who is a doctor. He's been a doctor for about 30 years within the Miami Valley. He talks about health and wellness within the Black community. His name is Dr. David Dwayne Dickens. So these are the kind of individuals that have achieved a lot within their periods, and they share this information through this program, and it's just a blessing to have a lot of the folks and the young people and some of the people in the community and get an opportunity to recognize them and salute them as well.
And what is something that you want people to take away from this event and what it means moving forward? This is the 32nd one. Well done for you guys. Congratulations.
So the takeaway is, I think it's a couple things, that a lot of people in the community, no matter what the level is, they find their niche and they are able to expand on it. They're able to have the ability to help others, and that's the main thing. Especially nowadays, a lot of our young people are dealing with a lot of different situations in the schools and various things. So they can come to this event, see some of these young men, individuals that has accomplished things within their fields, within the community, which is just a great aspect of young Black men that are able to be recognized for the great things that they're doing to help and encourage things that's happening within the Miami Valley.
Mr. Robinson, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about this. We know that this luncheon, the Top 10 African American Men of Dayton Luncheon, is this Thursday, and we wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
We're going to take a quick break now at 11:24. When we get back, what's coming up in Living Dayton and those React to That responses. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting right into those React to That responses from this morning's questions. Which time period would you like to go to if you could travel? Go anywhere you want. Andy says, I'm old enough to know that I would not have fared well before air conditioning and antibiotics were invented 80 years ago, so I'll say 1955. Smart man,
That's
Andy.
a good point.
That is a good point. Deb says, maybe 1900, as long as I can come back to 2026 anytime I wanted. Okay, now I have to put like an asterisk on it. Like, no, go there and stay in the time period. Finally, Bella says, nobody wants to go to the future? Want to go see Star Trek, TNG area? Hold, I don't know what that one is. Transporters, aliens, instant health repair. Okay, that one, no one said future. Mm-hmm. We all said in the past, no one says future. I like that one a lot, except for maybe Star Trek. So we are looking forward to what is coming up in Living Dayton, and we're talking staying safe, or we're talking cleaning out the medicine cabinet and doing it safely, right?
Yes, that's right, Alexis. Our pharmacist will be here, Dr. Sharon Yorez. Sorry about that. And she's going to talk to us about how to get rid of those prescription medications safely. You know, we've all had them, those unused or expired medications.
Those are key.
And she's going to tell us how to get rid of those.
And real quick, who's in the kitchen? Drum roll, please.
Yes, Burger Bistro's in the kitchen.
How
Chef Cece.
yummy.
So very
We
excited
love
to
it.
see her again.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on a Wednesday. Have a good one.